But what we're doing today, is a tough session, I suppose. And Turi, let me know, everybody in here has passed basic. You passed basic, didn't you, Savannah? Have you worked on advanced yet?
That's on my agenda for today.
Well, that's on all of our agendas. Okay, Hillary, you passed basic?
I haven't missed it, my internet.
All right, that's a good reason. Anyway, did you listen to the session the other day on basic? And when we went over the pretest? Well, if you got that pretest, you got it made. That's about what it is. So, what worries me is these scenarios today, if we're going to have to actually put them in the computer or not. Now, we got a green textbook, folks. Jonathan, I said, brought his. Sarah, did you give them a handout?
Yes.
I got an extra. I need one. Yeah, one of these. But Sarah, would you, is there any way you can take this work with that remix back off? So I
It's fine.
don't.
You just need babysat.
The what?
You just need babysat. Somebody's got to take care of you. That's why you keep me and Sarah around. We're gone next year, though. Yeah.
Oh, boy.
That's all got.
I better be gone too.
You are SOL in thing.
Yeah, Jonathan, asked me. Jonathan, I'll try to answer you. I thought about retiring this May, but I may stay on the next December. But I'm in the process. I got a motor home. I am going to look up campgrounds in Florida for next January and February. So when you all are working on these advanced accounting and auditing, I'm going to be in Florida next January and February.
So just so you guys know, I have had him as a professor for 4 years. He has been retiring all 4 years.
I've known him since 2013 and he's been retiring since then. Just saying.
He won't retire. He will die here.
I've been up here 9 years.
He will
I've
not.
actually I tried to retire the first year or two and they couldn't get anybody to teach accounting. And we even had committee search committees. They'd come up with the top two and there'd be something wrong with the top two. We're getting hard. So I came back.
He just can't be replaced.
So I can.
No, you can't.
We're training a fellow right now that can replace him. Sarah, do you remember Derek Brown?
It sounds familiar. You graduated a couple years
A
ago.
couple years ago, he did the ITA. He got his master's degree in accounting at Tech.
Nice.
And, but Michelle Cofer's husband, he got his master's, I wrote the thing, West Virginia U. And, he's teaching for us now. He's filling in for Mr. Arnold. He is a dean.
Well, I mean, I know that, but he's not teaching.
He can
Well, he
only
was
teach
down
like
for six
two
classes. So he kept his online classes, principles 1 and 2, and then he kept his intermediate with Jonathan and Hillary and, no, not you. Well, it must be Turi and Clayton and Jonathan and Cole. Are you not in there?
It's Monica.
Monica, yeah.
Don't worry, your name, has he called you Sarah yet?
Sarah, Sabrina, Samantha.
He's called me
Sierra.
Sierra and Savannah several times. At one point, he was calling me Christina.
Oh, I have never called you Christina or Savannah.
Yes, you have. But he constantly calls me Sierra.
Sierra is my granddaughter. She is
I
my
just say, yep, that's me.
All right. But anyway, Mr. Arnold, see the story with him, he had a degree in health service or something like that, or in
Chemistry.
So he was doing chemistry tests. He went to work for the health department back in Kent. Okay, Savannah, I got him as a student at Southwest in Kent. All right. He got his degree in accounting at Southwest, and that went along with his other degree. He didn't take a lot of general studies. Then he went on to Morehead State and got his MBA. And, but since then, of course, I'm an enrolled agent with IRS. I told him that he became an enrolled agent. He became an ordained minister. And so we had a job over at Southwest. And anyway, there was a committee of three, and I was one of the three. I just had to convince one person to vote for him, and I got him on the Southwest. All right, now. So we have an opening up here, he's teaching in Northern Virginia, where they had 25,000 students. And he went back closer to home. He lives in Grundy, drives now and had to work. So anyway, he came here last year, we had a committee of 5.
That's too big.
Oh, no, he only had to convince one person. This one was pretty much already convinced, not for the other one.
Well, Dr. Barnes, Mr. Jones,
No, it was
I know the committee.
you,
Dr. Barnes, myself, Michelle, Coach Jones, and Mr. Ward,
yeah.
Dr. Ward. All right. So I already had myself convinced from his resume and talking about it. And then she was sold on his teaching demo. Dr. Ward was sold on. So we came up to a vote. I really felt like Bourne and Jones would vote for the other lady.
Hunter.
Hunter, why am I saying Jones? Hunter. Y'all ever have Miss Higgins?
Think it's that well.
Yeah, she was the other person, that's why Michelle.
She was the other person.
She was an idiot.
Well, because she had been faithful, I felt like Dr. Bourne would have voted for her. I felt that. And I felt like, so John might have voted for her. So,
Hunter.
yeah, I'm right getting Jones, it sounds good.
This is why you answer one.
Do you know, like, Helen and I went around to them and were talking to Hunter and
Now, some of the students were invited, I know Sarah was there, right?
Christina, like Hell, 3 or 4 others. Me and Christina were there for Atwell's, but we weren't there they were more there for, IMALS.
Indirectly, I was accused of getting my students involved for animals. Somehow or another, I slid out of that.
Cause he had nothing to do with that. That was on
Okay.
us.
So I voted first for Mr. Allen. And then Dr. Ward voted for Mr. Allen. So Michelle was the tiebreaker. And she voted for Mr. Allen. So Dr. Bourne and Coach Hunter did not have to vote.
Whatever happened to Christina? She's still alive?
She's not. I have her on Facebook.
Is she okay? Like, I know she had all this stuff.
Okay, so Savannah.
So, listen.
Now, he's been here a year and he gets to know the place. He's been here in the fall. He's been here a year and a half.
He's been around the block.
So the steam job came over. And they advertised it outside.
That's 75 days.
So,
In just 3 years?
Every year. So, he and I talked about it, and he said he would apply. Well, I was not on that committee, but Dr. Burko was. All right, so I had Dr. Burko in there fighting for me. And, anyway, time it's said and done, they did their teaching demos, and these other fellows, top 2, they were two of the top 3 were a little shaky. And then, I know I had Dr. Burko vote for him. There's a couple other.
What do you do? Just go around and grab people with their.
Pretty much.
I felt like Dr. Steve was voting for him. Now I was unsure, Dr. Bourne again and Coach Jim.
Hunter.
But anyway, and Angie Lambert, because they were always for another person. That was here. So anyway, it boiled down to all 5 of the committee voted.
Why did Angie get a vote?
She was previous provost.
No, not that. We had to have, 4 from the division, 1 outside the division.
Yeah.
She was the outside.
That's why Dr. Ward was here as well. He was over basic. They had to
So
work inside
now-
one out.
My student, Imel, is now my boss, huh?
How's that working out for you?
I like it.
I love him. I was
He'll
rooting
do a
for him.
good job. I'm proud of him. He'll be fair. And,
And he cares about the students.
He does. He genuinely cares about us.
Yeah, he genuinely.
And he cares about the division.
He got here and within, a week, he was already working on our the school's accreditation.
Accreditation.
I think that's what probably, along with everything
Yeah.
else.
But he's a workaholic,
Yes.
sometimes, so. And anyway, that's the story.
And he's sticking to it.
Now, I wanted to stay for one more year here and just teach with him.
Imagine that.
And I did that. Now I want to stay a little longer because he's the dean.
You will never leave.
Oh, but- hey,
When he's like 90
yeah,
and on his deathbed.
Don't roll his deathbed.
Oh, yeah, he'll be teaching.
We have an elevator.
I mean, Bourne retired, they had at the school business award ceremony, he had a retirement plaque and everything given to him, what, 2014?
I was just like 3 or 4 years ago. Since
So-
then, he's been dean of the department.
he's
Actually, it
like,
was my first year.
he's like
Right,
me.
4 years ago.
He's like me. He's putting it off.
But I think it's because there isn't actually another person in that position.
But to teach the monstrous crap.
Well, he stayed on though. Well, he stayed on to help. And then he stayed on to be the dean.
Yep.
So anyway, let's get down to advanced. Now, folks, we've got a couple of textbooks in here. We've got this resource in here.
And we
Now-
have the other books.
We're going to go through everything we can without the scenarios on the computer. So if you look at page 60, 57, do you have one of these, Savannah? Savannah?
There we go. What's my name?
Hi, Samantha. Well, her I can share.
I just have to think of Georgia.
There we go.
Oh, he also calls me Sierra because that's the kind of truck he drives.
No, that's Miranda.
And
Okay,
we can share this one.
now I gave out extras in here, and I think some of you probably have 2 by now, 2 of these. But anyway, you got yours, you got yours, Sarah, you got one. You and Savannah will share.
You got it. You got it
I'll
right.
get you right.
Proud of you. I'm gonna go name.
Well, we have to wear our name tags that night, so if he messes our names up on Biden nights, he just can't read.
I lost my name.
First one, he's free.
Well, I'm proud of you. I'm proud of you. Your looks. I expect you to come here with a ring in your nose and a earring and
No, there's no piercing.
tattoo
My
on my face.
Thanks. I got the nose piercing, I got the eyebrow
I have no
piercing.
piercings. The tattoos are all covered today. Let's see.
Now, have you all seen her walk around in a pair of shorts?
She's got tattoos everywhere.
She has the whole side of her body tattooed.
Yeah, pretty much.
I mean, if you're working in business, as long as you can keep them covered. There's makeup cover up out there for tattoos. Put like a real thin coat on, it covers it up, so.
I've got my whole leg done, and the front my hip all the way down the arm, on the side, and half sleeve, all around.
I have my ankle and my lower back on me.
And when she gets old, those tattoos will wrinkle
But then you
and.
won't care.
Yeah, I won't care. I'll be
Won't
You're
care
good.
like a
anyway.
cool grandma, so
I'll be
it
a
don't
badass
matter.
granny. It'll be okay.
Say, grandchild, look at granny.
Yeah.
This was back in the day.
Back in the day,
Back in the day. No, Savannah. Each wrong, but I had a student that had them up on their neck and they had to wear a turtleneck sweater
Well, now
as a banking job.
they have a cover up on it.
They don't want,
No,
You mean like a
like makeup.
powder makeup?
No, it's a liquid cover up. It's real, all you need. It's real thin. You just put it on, it covers it right up.
Well, now Savannah would take 5 gallons.
to cover all of mine, yeah.
But that's why we don't get them in places that you need covered.
Exactly, like I.
Okay, enough of that, Savannah. You like them, and I'm happy with them. Anyhow, I won't say nothing else, Savannah, I'll embarrass myself. Which of the following statements is true from this scenario? Aiden is 19, he's unmarried. He was a full-time student working on a degree. Now, one thing that's hurting us, we have not got to go over chapter 14 in the book with all these credits. A lot of these answers are in chapter 14. All right, he did not provide more than half of his own support and can be claimed by as a dependent. Now, why, Sarah, would his mother want to claim him? She don't get $4,000 for an exemption.
Educational tax credit.
The credits. All right, his income was 4,000. That's below the range. Now, he received a Form 1099-AT, which is tuition. You'll receive those. He received 8,500 scholarship. Now, his scholarship was used to pay for room and board, tuition, and books. The cost of the books was $845. Now, he's a U.S. citizen, has a Social Security number. Now, question about this education. All right. Question about the education.
How was being answered?
Did you get the answer right on it? All right. She knows the answer, but we're not going to mention it yet. Now, what does the American Opportunity Credit cover? Tuition and books only, right?
That would be
And that's in this new book we got.
tab J.
So tuition books doesn't cover.
They just cover tuition and books.
J2.
Wait a minute.
Course-related expenses such as fees, books, supplies, and equipment.
No dormitory, no food, right?
Just course-related expenses such as fees, books, supplies, and equipment.
All right, so the American Opportunity Credit would take care of
Oh, wait, yeah,
the
course-related.
tuition and related expenses, all right, for, I guess, tuition books. The cost of books and things, so that takes care of that, but he received 8,500 scholarship. Now, does IRS let a scholarship, what do they let that go for? Tuition and books, yes. Do they let it go for room and board?
Scholarship, though.
No, we don't know anyway what room and board was. So, what do we have to do with that difference of 8,500 and 5 plus 80?
Regardless of what that money was used for, anything over the
Tuition and
box
books.
one, anything over box one is required to be reported as income.
We had that last year. That's an old law, not from new law. All right, so which one does that fit, Sarah? Number one, what?
I'm not going to answer this. This has.
The what? Let's see, the tax proportion is close. No. Okay, C is not right.
Hey,
B is not right. The portion of scholarship that was not used for qualified education must be included in his income, so A is correct. All right. Now,
That was for you
room
guys.
and board is a qualified education expense. For what? It is not, well, it is not, that would be false.
I got that one wrong, guys.
Sarah.
That was one of my stupid mistakes. You're allowed a stupid mistake. Just not
Are you all right
14 of
with
them.
answer down, Savannah?
I'll show. Forget it. We're good.
You're feeling hungry today.
I am. I'm quite hungry.
She always is. You haven't talked to her recently. She's always ordering.
Not all.
Yes, she is. Oh, yes, all the time.
Number 60. Now we got Bill, he's 31. Bill paid all the costs of keeping up his home.
Yeah, sure.
He was not legally separated. He and Michelle agreed they will not file a joint return. All right? He's married and lived with his spouse from January to September. All right. Bill has a 8-year-old son.
I think you're on the.
I got it on.
Well, I skipped one, didn't I? Oh, I flipped 2 pages. Okay, just want to see if y'all are following. All right.
We gotta keep them honest, guys.
So Sean is 49, and his divorce became final in October. He pays all the costs of keeping up his home in the United States. He earned $38,000. His daughter, Sonia, lived with him all year. She's 18, single, and only had 4,000 wages. All right, her son, Sonia's son Jimmy was born in November. So he's got his daughter and his grandson, right? Born in November 17th, so that baby a year and 3 months old by the end of the year. Jimmy lived in John's home too. He provided more than half support for everybody. Okay, John, Sonia, and Jimmy are all U.S. citizens and have social security number. John is able to claim the credit for other dependents for Sonia. Now, what is other dependents credit, Sarah? That's new.
I was reading on that actually today, something else, but that was on there. In lieu of a exemption, you're getting $500 deduction for other dependents. That would be non-qualified children. Like say you provide, your mother's disabled and you provide more than 50% of her care, which, whatever. So you would claim your mom, but it would be put on there as an other dependent. So you can get an extra $500 deduction exemption.
Under the old law, you would claim your mother as exemption and you'd have got $4,000, something that's an exemption. Under the new law, the exemption done away with, but you're getting the other dependents credit of $500. So the answer here would have to be what?
True, because she's not a qualified child.
A qualified child, you don't get that other 500.
Right. Right.
Because you get child credit,
Yeah.
additional child credit, and all
So they
that.
don't stack like the other.
All right, who can John claim as a qualifying child for the earned income tax credit?
Qualified child.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Earned income credit's different.
no, earned income
Child
credit,
tax
that would be for child tax credit.
Yeah, the
Oh,
child tax.
That was 1,000 last year, the Trump changed it to 2,000. All right, now. All right,
Last year when we did it, the answer would be that Sean could claim Jimmy as a qualifying child because he is his grandchild
grandchild,
and provided more than half the support. However, that is the answer I put wrong, and it's wrong.
so it would have to be D,
It would have to be either D or A because she's not actually a qualified child.
why?
Because she's over the age of 17, she's 18. So she.
No, that she would be, it would be both of them.
But her income qualifies
She is
her,
18. She's only 18,
all right?
but it doesn't say whether she goes to school or not.
She would have to be.
All right, turn your little books over to qualified child.
You got yours right there.
We're done. Don't change it now.
Do we have qualified?
Dependency,
Where?
dependency. That's to be a qualifying child. 1, child must be your son, daughter, stepchild, foster child, brother, sister.
19.
Change it, it's 19 now.
Instead of
So yes,
17.
it's actually D.
Oh, well, good to know.
So we upped that a year then, didn't we?
Yes, it was 18
2
That's
years.
without being a student.
No.
17.
17 is the child tax credit.
They didn't send us the publication 17, I requested him to send them to us. So we're gonna go with which on that one,
D.
Final answer.
plain both, right?
We want $1 million.
All right, which of the following statements is true? He must file marriage filing separate because it was not considered. I think A without reading on would be the answer,
Without reading the answer, well,
without, not
which
good.
of the following statements is true? Sean must file marriage filing separately because he was not considered single for the entire year. Sonia and Jimmy are qualified persons for Sean to file head of household. Sean has to file single. Sean can choose to file joint return with his ex-wife because his divorce was not final until October 21st. What's the rule on divorces?
Okay, hold on a minute, we'll rule out single because he's still married, right?
No, he's not.
Wait a minute, he's not?
His divorce became final October 21st, 2018. Hey, that was my birthday.
All right, D is out, totally out. All right. Now, B or C could be in. A is out, he's not gonna file separate, so A and D is out. Which one?
B, because he had dependents before to file their household.
So you can file. You can't file dependents.
B, yeah. Yeah, and used to, we didn't have to claim them on a return, as long as they were in their house. We didn't have to claim them as an exemption, but we still would probably have to pass it. That's the old law. All right,
No, not last year, the year before. You must be thinking old school law.
all right, let's don't labor it on. Let's go on to scenario 3. Now, this is old Tom and Carol. All right? They are resident aliens. All right, that does not mean, Cole, that they're from Mars. All right?
Not
Okay,
yet, anyway.
all right. We've got a lot of aliens in this country, probably heard about it on the news.
Okay, let's not go off on a tangent now. Let's focus.
All right, moving on. They have 2 children, Sydney is 5, and Benjamin is 2. Now, he's a U.S. citizen. What made him a U.S. citizen? He was born here. All right? And my son down in Cleveland, Tennessee, the Hispanics have taken over. My daughter teaches school down in Chattanooga, and 23 of her 25 kids are Hispanic. So my son's dating a Hispanic little gal. Her daddy came over here and got citizenship.
Okay.
Her mom came over, she's not a citizen yet. Her little sister was born over here, so her little sister's a citizen and her dad's a citizen. She was born in Mexico, she's not a citizen. She's one of those doctor kids.
Okay. You're gonna like royally confuse these guys.
Like,
Just read the
All
top
right,
portion.
just read it on, okay, going on. All
Who
right,
can claim
they have
Tommy Carroll?
individual, they have TINs. Now, TIN knocks them out of some things, we found that the other day.
Who can Tom and Carol claim as a qualifying child for child tax credit?
All right, hold on, they earn 30,000, Carol 108. They provide all the support. Cindy and Benjamin attended daycare. Tom and Carol did not receive the care benefits. Now, the daycare center provided the bakers with a statement indicating the amount $32.50 paid. Now, question. We're down to what's there to wait for.
Number 6.
Who can Tom and Carol claim as a qualifying child for the child tax credit? Now, since they all have TINs,
Except.
oh, that little boy is a U.S. citizen,
Yes, he was born here.
and they claim him as a qualifying child care credit. I mean, tax credit.
Okay, let's eliminate. You ready?
Sarah, back up.
Sydney has a TIN, cannot be claimed for child tax.
Right.
So that means A and B, or A and C are already knocked out. So it could be B or C, or D. Sorry, B or D. What is your answer?
Looks like B would be the answer. Is that
That's
what
the
you put?
Yes.
You got it right?
Yes.
Which credits are Tom and Carol eligible to claim? Select all that apply. All right? The children can't be claimed as other dependents, right?
Okay, so if a child's claimed, a qualifying child is what? A U.S. citizen.
Yes.
So, what's her name? Sydney would be what? An other dependent.
Right.
Okay.
Right, okay. So,
Can
A, a possible answer, Sarah.
Yes.
And B, child independent care credits, it's at pay 3,200.
Do they need to have a social security number for that, guys?
For who?
The child independent care.
Yes.
Well, that little boy probably has a social security number.
No, the parents. Do the parents need to have social security numbers? And the answer is,
So they don't have to have social security, they can have a TIN.
can they claim earnings and credit? Why is that?
All right, the C is out.
Which makes D out because you've already said A and B would work. So what are the answers?
So A and B work,
Yes.
is that what you put on your table?
Yes.
You got them right?
Yes.
Okay. Scenario 4. Bill is 31, married, live with his spouse from January to September. He paid all the costs to keep it up to home. He indicated that he is not legally separated. And he and Michelle agreed they will not file a joint return. All right. His 8-year-old daughter qualifies as independent. He worked as a clerk, he has wages. All right, his income tax for credits is 500. All right, he took a computer class. He has a receipt showing he paid 1,200 tuition. He does not have enough deductions to itemize. Bill, Michelle, and Daniel are U.S. citizens with valid Social Security number. All right, they look easy, but sometimes they're not. Bill does not qualify to claim which of the following.
Any claim head of household? Are you sure? Bill is married,
He's
lives with
married.
his spouse, however, they are filing separate.
They agreed not to file a joint return. So A is
So
out.
A is out.
All right.
He did go to school. He used to continue, which would be lifetime learning.
B is okay. And C.
Hold on.
But
He's filing separate. Can he file for any credits?
that's right.
If you're married filing separately, you cannot file for education credits. You can't file for earned income credit. It's pretty much your deduction, you're done.
So the answer is C, B. He does not qualify for anything, right?
That is correct. Huh? You can't file for pretty much anything. You get your standard deduction or your itemized deduction.
Yeah, I remember that because my daughter-in-law didn't want to file joint with my son because my son owed some income taxes. And I got mad because he couldn't get some of his credits.
Okay.
Right. What is the maximum amount of the refundable additional child tax credit Bill is able to claim? Additional child tax credit, number 9.
I think this is the only one you can claim.
I'm gonna guess at 1,400. I don't know where I'm getting at, but
Because I told you the other day. He listened.
we had one similar the other day.
What's the
Why
maximum?
was it 1,400 though, B?
Okay, so the total credit's $2,000.
He has to reduce it.
That's for the child tax credits, $2,000. Of that $2,000, the additional child tax credit is refundable up to $1,400. That's what he did.
Okay, he didn't pay in $500 though. Nice.
But
Sarah,
it just says the maximum amount refundable is able to claim.
refundable. He paid in 500. Now, just looking at it straight up, it looks like we would have got back 2,000, but he only paid in 500. Looks like the answer would be 500.
The answer is 1,400. That is the maximum. The 1,400 is addition to the credit. So 500 credit. So they pull the 500. That leaves 1,500 left of that 1,400.
You answered B and you got it right on your test.
Yes.
Okay, that's what's important. Now, are we getting into computer scenarios?
Yes. Fran Emerson.
All right, now, we may have to put this on the computer and answer some of them. Which allowable file status is most advantageous? And we can answer that one without going to the computer. If we look at the scenario, her husband died in March. She filed a joint return with her husband. All right, now, as far as I know, Sarah, surviving spouse status is still available for 2 years.
2 years.
Okay.
I didn't change that.
Okay, now, is that gonna help us answer that question?
Yes.
And we're gonna look at that question and answer what's better.
She's a widow, it's within 2 years, she has dependents. What is the answer?
I hadn't even got to read the shit. Surviving spouse? Yeah.
Qualified widow.
Okay, so what's your answer?
A, qualifying widow. That's how it is.
Number 11, Howard qualifies friend for which of the following? Now, Howard, is that a child? Is Howard? Okay, now let's look at Howard, see who Howard is.
It's friends older.
Fran's older brother, Howard, lived with her and is permanently and totally disabled. He received disability income which he has used to support more than half of his own support. All right. So, her brother lives with her. He received disability. He paid for half the support. Now, Sarah, did you get the answer to number 11 correct?
No, I got it wrong.
All right, A and B will not work, I don't think.
Well,
C will.
I chose,
Howard qualifies friend for which of the following?
I chose A, because he would be considered a credit for other dependents.
Yeah, all right, we know all the above can't work. Earned income credit can't work, child tax credit can't work, so FBA wouldn't. What answer did you put, Sarah?
I put A, credit for other dependents. I got it wrong.
That's wrong?
Yes, so it says here, refer to publication 4012, tab I, earned income credit, and tab G, non-refundable credits. The earned income credit,
He isn't, he would qualify as a dependent other than his own support. We know he cannot qualify for B, he is not a child. And we know that leaves out D. So Sarah, the only question available to us is C. You got A wrong.
yeah. See,
All right, C is correct, but let's see why. Somebody look
I'm
up.
on earned income credit, but he should probably be considered a qualifying child then, earned income credit, so.
Not a qualified child,
He would
brother.
be considered a qualifying child on there because she can claim the EIC.
I don't say qualified child, he's a person.
Well, the way it works on here,
I know he's disabled, but
Right. it's because he's disabled on here. It's, okay. And that's not even it, it's qualify for child tax credit or credit for their dependents. He qualified for credit for their dependents, not the child tax credit.
You got that one wrong, you put A.
I'm reading that. Are we reading this right? I mean, that was auto filled out for the program. Right here, here's Howard. He's not checked for child tax. What's checked into child? What's G?
I don't say it qualifies for anything.
He doesn't get, there was no check.
Anything else?
Okay. Here's the questions to ask, so who's gonna be my answer? Okay. Okay, Hillary, you gonna answer me then? Shoot, what are you looking at? Okay, this is about Howard. Is a person your son, daughter, adopted child, stepchild, foster child, brother, sister, half-brother, half-sister, stepbrother? So yes, go to step 2. Did the person provide over half of his or her own support for the tax year?
Yes. No. Well, Howard, received disability income,
Howard
which he used to
provided-
provide more than half of his own income.
But disability income is not counted if they were under your roof, regardless of if they cover more than 50% of their.
That's right. The Social Security bank not counting his income.
Okay. So, no, go to step 3. Did this person live with you for more than half the tax year?
Yes.
If yes, go to step 4. Is this person a U.S. citizen?
Yes.
Does this person have a valid social security number?
Yes.
Is this person under age 17?
I don't know, it says age, yeah.
Do we have an age on
We have an
there?
age on there because we have a date of birth on this. We've
Oh, he's
won
old.
72.
Definitely over 17.
There is a $500 credit for other dependents who do not qualify for the $2,000 child tax credit. Must be a U.S. citizen, national resident in the U.S.
Oh, I-
So you put that, but I'm wrong.
Yeah, that's the only, and the other option is earned income credit. So, I mean, you guys try earned income credit, see what that gets us.
So what did you put, A?
I put A.
And it said wrong?
Yeah,
They're wrong.
thank you.
The only other option is C.
The IRS
I'm
is wrong.
pretty sure they did that last year too.
I think there was one that they screwed up.
All right,
I think it may have been something.
somebody's
like
gonna have to take this test and try C. And if you get it wrong, I don't know what our options are.
D.
All right, let's look at 12. The C, temporary is annual. Was the amount of friend child and dependent care credit shown on form 2441, child and dependent? Now, did she, pay out child and dependent care?
Yes,
How much did she pay out?
$4,000.
She paid that out for her disabled brother?
No, for Oliver.
Okay, all of them. She paid out $4,000.
Yes.
All right. Now, we know that it qualifies, but there's a limit. How much a year? And it's usually 20% of 2,000, no, 3,000. And I believe it's went up. Sarah, I'm gonna guess that number 12 will be C.
See, the form actually says
How much?
880.
That ain't no way, that's not an answer.
I know.
I don't know why they couldn't see either.
So what is it? Check. Tab G.
All right, okay. Used to be a limit of 3,000 for one, 6,000 for two, 20% bracket.
That might be why, because Oliver, or I put Oliver was considered. I mean,
I hope we don't have to go to a form 2441. Do you want me to bring that up?
I got it. I'm
You got it?
yeah.
Yeah, but you can't show it to everybody, and I can.
I'm gonna go to the practice lab.
Well, you can do that too.
I'm gonna go there, I'm gonna sign in, and I'm gonna check this thing. See what happens if I pull out Oliver. Or Bolivar, as I put him on there.
Or did you do all these in the practice?
Yes. That is why I brought my laptop with me today.
Okay, what is her name? Emerson? All right, guys, it's been real, it's been fun. I make my appearance. Gotta go pay. This business office for these glasses.
Have fun with that.
All right, old dad, we'll see you later.
Well, dear, are you leaving? Are you gonna contact Sarah to get these answers?
I've already gone.
Oh,
Got mine.
yeah, I'm sure. Be good.
I will see you.
We get the correct answers. I'll
All
let
right, are you in Costa County?
I am,
Are you keeping up?
yes, I'm live streaming.
Have you had managerial?
Yeah.
Well, that may cost these.
Yeah, I
Okay,
had it with you.
I know,
You don't remember this stuff.
I know.
He knows what he is.
I know she was in there. That don't mean she had the clutch.
That was when you had me and Amy together in that night class.
Right. Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Be good.
Hey, I heard he gives.
All right, let's move on. Okay, folks, if we're looking at this form, child independent care credit, we'd fill out part 1 and 2, and all right, we would get down, here's the percents I wanted, okay? Now, how much money did she make? Somebody help me in that scenario. How much money did she make? I know 4,000.
She put in 4,000, her income is 36,300.
All right, now folks, I want you to look right here. What is the limit? It's still how much? Look at line 3. All right, so 3,000, she paid 4. We used 3. Okay, now income. How much income?
It's because it automatically populated all over Howard in there. So it's counting it as 2 dependents.
Yeah, but
No, it automatically, because it can be considered as a qualifying for child care, dependent care expenses.
yeah, but
for
she didn't pay
disabled.
that for him, did she?
Right, but it automatically populated it.
Well, she did not pay that for him. So I'm still gonna go with 3. Now, her income is how much, guys? 36 what? Now, let me see. Enter your earned income on line 4. 36,300. Now, if married, filing jointly, enter your spouse. She's not married, filing jointly, right?
Right.
All right. Enter the smaller of, blah, blah. Now, guys, multiply 36,000.
No.
What?
Enter amount from 1040 line 7 or from 1040 NR line 36, which is 40,100.
What now?
That's line 7.
Line 7 is what now?
Enter the amount from form 1040 line 7.
Well, that's her income, isn't it? That's 36,300, Sarah. All right, guys, let's try this. Multiply 600 times decimal 24. I don't think that will give it to us. Multiply 600 times decimal 24. That is not going to be correct.
No, it should be 40,100, which is 0.22.
I still don't see where you get 40,100. Did you make other money? All right, here's the scenario.
Line 7. She had a debt canceled of 600.
600, that added on to the 36,300.
And she took out her IRA at 3,200.
Well, no wonder then. Okay, so now she's made 40,000 what?
40,100.
All right, now folks, 40,100. Now, let me see. That would put her way up here to 22%.
Yeah.
So 22% of what?
3,000.
All
It's
right.
660.
I told you that from the beginning.
That would be for-
All right. See, we can follow a form or whatever, but I felt like 600 was the max. I mean, 3,000 is the max. And before it was 20% on wages like this, but I wasn't sure about the percent. That's why I went through the form. Okay, we're good to go on that one. What is the total amount of qualified education expenses used in the calculation of Friends American Opportunity Credit? And that ought to be easy. All right, how much did you pay out for tuition and books? Look at the scenario. All right, she had a form 1098T, right? All right, look at the form, guys. You gotta go to the form and look at the 1098T. I got that cancellation of debt, we covered that. Now, if you look at that 1098T, you see an amount up there of how much? How much is her tuition and books, Jonathan?
6800.
All right, now Cole, how much did she get in a scholarship?
3500.
All right, subtract 35 from 68, you get 33, right? Now, 33 is not one of the answers. Well,
It said put it in. However, if you go over, I got this one wrong. I
all
put
right, what did you put in, Sarah?
695, no, 733. Because that's what the credit gave her. But I got it wrong, obviously.
You put in
Yeah,
733?
it's not the right answer. If you go back, if you go to the retest questions, the total amount of qualified additional or educational expenses used in the calculation for American Opportunity Credit is A, 3,300, B, 3,825, C, 4,000, D, 4,220. So the answer is 3,300.
Okay, that was in the other alternative test. Hey, that's a good way to look at it, Sarah.
I had to do that with one.
All right, now, folks, we're just looking at the forms in NAT. You'll see a lot of these. And remember, if your tuition is 5,000, but 3,000 of that scholarship, you only get 2,000. And remember, if that's reversed, tuition is 3,000, but you got a scholarship of 5. You have to report the two difference, don't you?
Yes.
Yes or no, what?
No. Yes. We do. They get it, right? You told us before, just act like we never saw it.
Yeah, we've done that before too. Sarah,
I was,
We
they
got
know
a-
what I was saying,
we
right?
got a new group. What is the amount of friends, individual shared responsibility payment?
And this goes with your other day, the other day, when we were talking, you said the responsibility payments are gone. Look at,
Or not?
if you look at Schedule 4.
First off,
61.
how about the scenario? What did they put in the scenario about?
She had no insurance.
Um,
She had no insurance at all.
she had none?
None.
All right, if she had no
She
insurance,
qualified for no exemptions.
okay, well, is there a table on that or what is there? Is there a table?
The form populated it. It's still $695.
How do you know? How do you know?
Because line 61, Schedule 4 says $695. I plugged that in as option B.
You got it right on
And I
your
got
case.
it right.
Okay, we're good on that one, guys. We're good on that one. How much is Fran's federal withholding
Add everything up.
at her W-2 and her retirement? There's only 2 of them, I think. And if you add those 2 together, we shouldn't miss this. Wait a minute, you shouldn't have nothing withheld?
D, $2,520.
All right, that probably only came from her W-2 though, didn't it? Let's see, Sarah. I just want to tell y'all we're in good shape. February the 6th is still a week and a half away. We got all next week to pass advance.
1040, page 2, which is 916.
Wait a minute, I see 22.50, Sarah, 60 cents. No, I see 2,200. And I see 320, that'd be 25.20. Is that the answer you gave us?
Yes.
It is D, but I wanted to make
I
sure.
got it correct.
All right. Now, anybody can go find those federal withholdings, right, guys? You can go find those.
Cancellation of debt is reported how on the form.
Cancellation debt form 1099C is reported on Fran's tax return as what? Let's find that, okay. B,
Which exception can Fran use to avoid the 10% additional tax on early distribution from her IRA on Form 5329, additional taxes on qualified plans, including IRAs and other taxpayer accounts?
okay.
What's the reason she pulled the money out of her IRA? So is there an option there for that? Distribution made for higher education expenses.
All right, the 10% penalty, folks, if you're under 59 and a half. All right, and some of the reasons would be, there's only two reasons, medical and education. And, Hillary found which one? B. That forgiveness of debt, I mean, credit card debt too, if you're ever forgiven.
And if your student loans are forgiven, that's where it'll go. So like if you're like me and you have like $50,000, probably, student loans, that's income.
All right,
Check your tax.
Val Missouri got stuck on that last year. I tried to sneak his tax return through and not put that on. He was cancellation debt, something around 9,000 student loans. You gotta have a reason. He had no reason why I let it slide through. They caught it. He had to pay back taxes on $9,000.
When I worked at the bank, we had a guy that came here pitching a fit because, he had a car loan that was forgiven for like $15,000
Whoa.
from, I think it was like 6 years before, and they sent it to him. He was like, I can't have this is gonna hurt. Well, we should have paid it.
See, my son, when he went bankrupt a few years ago, he got a cancellation bid on his house, $98,000.
I remember that one.
Really?
Yeah, I think you had me do it that year.
Um,
I think you had me do it that year.
But it, you know, I did research, and if it was on a home, it was forgiven, so we didn't have to pay.
Well, that's good.
Certain things are
All
forgiven.
right, we're down to 25, Sarah, we're doing good without putting these in any bigger.
Because I already did it for y'all.
Okay, what income must also report for his business? Wait, are we on a different scenario? Did I miss a page? Where am I?
We are on page 79.
Yeah. Different scenario.
Well, for some reason, I got a page. Okay, guys, we're about halfway through 17. And, we don't be finished today, we'll tackle this again on Tuesday. Mine qualifies the dominance for which of the following credits? Now, I haven't read the scenario,
He is their child.
okay?
We'll go back to it. He is their son. He is 18 years old. And he is a full-time student.
Okay,
So he is over 17, which means he's not eligible for child tax.
is out C, then no. All right,
I don't know why I didn't see both A and B. I put B, got wrong. Another stupid mistake. It's because he's eligible for an income, he's 18, he's under 19, but he's also going to college.
hold on a minute. Hold on. Credit for other dependents.
Yes.
I thought a child could be another dependent.
Is he qualifying for, earned income? Or child tax?
He's not qualified for child tax credit.
But he did.
How old is he? How old is he?
18.
But did you say the law for child tax credit went up to 19?
No.
Yeah.
No. That's earned in.
He would be earned income credit. But the thing is this is another one like the other. It's either D or A. Because they get credit for other dependents for him.
How come? How come?
Because the program said so.
Well, this is what you typed in.
Fine.
No, Sarah,
I'll
hold
switch
on. All right, all I want you to do, Hillary, will you look at this little new information here and look under other dependents? Is there other dependents?
We know he qualifies for earned income.
What do you got today?
Because he's only 18, he's under 19, so we know he qualifies for earned income credit off the bat.
All right.
Okay. It's the credit for other dependents that's really,
Sketchy.
yeah.
That's why I want you to look up dependents, Hillary. No, she's not there. Jonathan, you got your ring in yours? Hillary, be careful, you don't have that ring in it. Right, dependents again, Sarah was there a minute ago. We got earned income credit. Folks, you'll need to bring this with you, this might be a Bible.
It will be your Bible.
There, for some reason,
Okay, I got it wrong, it's like a credit for other dependents, and it's a
right here is, qualified child, one person.
tab ING.
All dependents, and what would that be? What is other dependents in this thing? What page is actually other dependents on? Have you found Gilroy other dependents? I haven't. Sarah, have you found other dependents?
I'm looking. Credit for other dependents, it is G16, G15. It starts on G14.
G,
Yes, G.
all right,
Is the person a qualifying child of any taxpayer, of the taxpayer?
all right, let's say he is. Now what?
Oh, for this purpose, a person isn't a taxpayer if he or she isn't required to file a U.S. tax return, and either doesn't file such a return or files only to get a refund withheld income. Okay. So, let me reread this again. Is the person a qualifying child of any taxpayer? For this purpose, a person isn't a taxpayer if he or she isn't required to file a U.S. tax return.
That makes sense.
So, yes,
They are, okay.
he is. Was this person your son, daughter, stepchild, foster child, descendant? Was it your brother, sister, father, or mother, stepbrother, any other person other than spouse who lived with you all year? Yes. Did he have a gross income of less than 4,150?
Yeah,
Did you provide more than half of this child's support?
yeah.
Okay, then, from all that, he is a credit for other dependents.
So D is the answer. We're gonna go with D, right?
Right.
All right, when we went through dependents in the green book, they didn't get into other dependents. Don't remember seeing it, you all? Okay, 19, Murray and Ryan did not have healthcare coverage that qualifies as minimum. Do they qualify for any exemption? All right?
They had it all but 2 months of the year. Does that qualify for them for an exemption?
Yes, so which one, B, C, or D?
Anyone? If they had it for less than 3 months or less, they were without insurance, do they qualify for an exemption?
Looks like B would be the answer.
Yes. But for future reference, you would go to H, ACA, which is all the way at the back.
I say, fellas, usually you don't have this worry, you're on Medicare, they qualify. And if they work, if they're a railroad retirement, they got insurance, they qualify.
And it would be page H15. So if you have like little sticky tabs, you're gonna want a sticky tab app. This would be something you look at. Oh, and by the way, you have to manually click on the health care section to put this in. It's not like, it doesn't go in order like it did us.
I hope we can pass this Tuesday, everybody. Then I hope next Thursday we can run through a mock return, so we'll be ready by Tuesday. We're on target. We're good on target. Now, Sarah,
It's B.
what is the total net amount of capital gain or loss shown in Schedule D, capital gains or losses? Now, I can calculate that, I think, without doing the tax return. First of all, did they sell stock, bonds, investments?
They had a short term at a loss of $450.
Now, folks, you're gonna look at page what, 71?
I don't know.
Look at page 76.
In the return I prepared, it's capital gains and loss, Schedule D.
Get that right?
Second page, line 16, combined line 7, 15, and a result is $638. They had a loss of 450 and a gain of 1,088.
All right, but I want to show them where this comes from. I get these in the mail, 76, 77. If a bank or investment company sends you this, they tell you how much ordinary dividends are. They tell you how much capital gain distributions are. All right? I see 105 there, Sarah. I see 105 on page 56. Is what you were talking about?
Where do you see 105?
On that form. Total capital gain. No, wait a minute, yeah, right here.
This is what you look at. This
No,
is
over here.
reporting.
Let's see what this is.
Oh, I missed the dividend.
Gain is $450. That's easy to see. Sarah, you had two of them. You had a loss of 450 and a gain of 1,080.
Oh, mine, 690, or, whatever I said, 638, B is wrong. Because I forgot the dividends.
Hey, folks, take 1,088 and subtract from that 450. Do that for me.
638.
All right, hold on to that a minute.
743. I forgot the,
Sarah, did you miss it?
yeah, I missed it. I forgot the, dividends and the miscellaneous and the interest.
Well, you got that part right.
I thought I did too, but I was looking at the wrong
What
question.
page did you-
Channel number 20. I put 638 and it's incorrect.
All right, what they do, what answer did you give me there, John, when I had to subtract? You gotta add 105 to that. Because over here, we have capital gain distributions, 105, we'll add 105 to 6.
That's 43.
How much?
740.
Sarah, I think that's what you said, 42.
Yeah, let's see.
What one is that, number 21?
20.
Oh, we got an answer there, well, I know it's not. We got a match. All right,
Yeah. But
yeah, y'all gotta go. Okay, guys, you know what you work on this weekend if you get time. It's these other 15 questions. We're all gonna pass this Tuesday, okay? We'll spend a little more class time. Ooh. Sarah, so far so good without, well, you having the forms worked out, definitely helps.
4, 5, 6. I could possibly pass it. Bare minimum pass it.
Don't you wanna wait?
Yeah. You know, wait till Tuesday when you go to the rest. I put right here at the stop.
Yeah, wait to Tuesday, but we could be wrong on just one of those first ones and you failed it. Yeah.
Well, I mean, that one we're just kind of iffy on too, so.
Okay, folks, I'm going to quit broadcasting. Terry and Clayton, I hope you all followed with us.
The one you guys really would be amazing if you guys did would be the last, not the last, scenario 7, Austin Drake.